One, one, two, three. It's the first trading day of 2017, and although prices are slightly mixed going into the afternoon session here on the floor of the London Metal Exchange, the overall trend, overall feeling to sentiment is relatively stable. Copper market has pretty much led the way, got about $5,600 a tonne very early on. It was helped to some extent by the recent Chinese PMI data. The official figure was 51.4, the unofficial one was 51.9, both quite high and both supporting sentiment coming through into European trading. As well for copper, there was another decrease in LME warehouse stocks, the 8th successive decline, 10,400 tonnes this time, mostly due to removals in Asia. So as we say, that helped the copper market hold above $5,600 a tonne for a time. It has since been pegged back a little bit, trading around about $55.70, $75 for the most part, but it's still up on the day and up against the levels that we saw on the last trading day of 2016. The rest of the metals have come back from some of their firmer early levels. The dollar is gaining some ground against the euro, but as we say, the overall feeling to sentiment is slightly better for this first week. And looking ahead at what is going to be a short week, the keynote data event will be Friday's non-farm payroll report out of the US. So until then, we may see some sideways to slightly higher trading. Option declaration tomorrow, but it's only likely to be aluminium in the frame. Open interest is generally quite low. This is Martin Hayes from the floor of the London Metal Exchange. It's been a mundane start for the base metals here on the floor of the London Metal Exchange, and after a steadier start, most of the metals have slipped back to stand mixed as we go into the afternoon. Looking at copper, it was above $5,600 a tonne fairly early on. It's since drifted back and it's trading near 55.75, 55.80. No real rhyme or reason to the movements, very few incentives around at the moment, short-term lack of data flow, although the EU January Consumer Confidence Index at 18.2 was above the expected 12.6. However, the currency markets are not doing too much, and although stock markets are steadier, little is feeding through to sentiment and price movements here. So as we say, the copper market has drifted back from those early steady levels, but there's not too much volume going through. In the other metals, aluminium in the minus column slightly, but it's holding above $1,700 a tonne. Here the market is supported by spread tightness, cash to threes around about 9 to 9.5 backwardation. Among the other metals, zinc is also looking fairly steady, and that's against the background of some talk that there's going to be some reasonable buying in annual index reweighting, which will run through this week. So as we head into the afternoon, it's a little bit of a drift, a little bit of a sideways trading, but business is unlikely to pick up for the next few days. This is Martin Hayes from the floor of the London Metal Exchange.